Well, hello. This is the story of Sam and Bernard and the collapsible canoe. What? Collapsible canoe, I hear you say? Yes, Sam and Bernard were on holidays. It was summer holidays. It was great. They were down at their cousin Charlie's place, down near Yucca on the flats. It was very hot, so hot you couldn't move. The air shimmered. The corn was almost white, it was so hot. They did not know what to do. So Charlie and Sam and Bernard got poking around out in the back of Charlie's dad's shed. Now Charlie's dad's shed was huge, it was massive. There was the junk of the ages there. And Sam found these long, narrow, round sticks, heaps of them. And he said, "Bernard, come and look at this." And Bernard came over. "What are these?" "Hey Charlie, come over here and look at this. What's this junk?" Charlie came over and said, "These are big lengths of bamboo, about this round and about 12 or 14 foot long." And Sam said, "What could we do with these?" Because they were very light and bendy and springy. And Bernard, ever the inventive one, said, "I reckon we could make a canoe and go paddling in the river." Charlie, who was a bit of a character, said, "Yep, ripper, let's do it." Sam had no idea what they were talking about. But the two of them went scrounging up in the loft of the shed, and they found some old canvas from a big old tent that was ruined. Then Charlie snuck into his house, and he snuck into Mum's sewing room. And do you know, did he get Mum's good scissors or Mum's bad scissors? He couldn't find the bad scissors. Zena, he got Mum's good scissors, and they cut this canvas up and made it in the shape of a canoe. Then they bound all this bamboo together in the shape of a canoe. They put spaces in it, and they got an old cushion, and then they laced it all up together real tight. Then they made, out of an old broomstick and some plywood, they made a paddle. They didn't tell anyone. They didn't tell Charlie's mum or dad. They grabbed a couple of apples and a few loaves of bread, and off they went down to the river. When they got to the river, it was lovely and wide and cool, and a gentle current just took them on downstream. So Charlie was the adventuresome one here. He said, "Launch me out," and they did. He wobbled in this canoe near the bank, and then they pushed him out, and Charlie paddled, and everything was grand for about a minute, until Charlie looked down, and he saw that the canvas was leaking. Water was coming up into his canoe. And as they watched Charlie paddle up and down the river, the canoe got lower and lower and lower, until finally the canoe collapsed like a banana, and it sank. And Charlie was left swimming in the river. Charlie swam to shore, Bernard and Sam hauled him up, and the collapsible canoe went to the bottom of the river. All they had to show for their efforts was the paddle, and of course, like silly duffers, they'd put the bread and the apples in the canoe, and the bread and the apples were at the bottom of the Murray River. So they went home with an old manky paddle, nothing to eat, and they'd lost a collapsible canoe. But boy, had they had fun.